be back at you with a early morning one. Um, Let me make sure this audio is turned down. We got the monster Naoya Inoue versus Stephen Fulton. Fight is coming at you live from Japan, right? Hence the early start we got. And this is a super fight, right? It's a super fight. Uh, and one thing um, that's funny, uh, especially when it comes to American boxing, like they got this tendency to, it's like this misconception where if it's not pay per view, then it's not a big fight, right? If it's not pay per view, then you're not a big time fighter. Well, now we not now, but we've always known that that's bullshit. But uh, now it's kind of obvious, right? When you can get fight fans up at the crack of dawn, you know, to watch a fight. Um, let me let me go ahead and share this. Let me go ahead and share this. Hang on one second. Hang on one second, folks. All right, that one out. So, yeah, it's like this idea that if it's not pay per view, then somehow the fighters are not big. Bullshit. Bullshit. Right now, we have about roughly 12 minutes before fight time. Um, so yeah, I didn't announce this live. I just decided to go live. You know, I was just gonna sit and watch the fight, but I'm like, man, you know what? I actually want to build this channel up. Like, I'm watching the fight. Why not sit and kick it with my folks, right? You know, so here we are. Now here shortly, I got a couple tyrants. I got a couple tyrants back there that's gonna be expecting breakfast, right? So I'm gonna have to step off screen, but you guys will be okay, right? Yeah, I got a couple of little tyrants that's gonna want their waffles no matter what, right? They're yeah. So right now, they're showing Anui. He's training, and they already showed him getting his hands taped. I thought it was funny because his train. Stephen Fulton's trainer was back there filming Anui taping his hands. Right. I love it. You know, it's all skullduggery. You know, that's why I don't really get too much into people who. It's like people take it personal. You know, people take it personal. Stephen Fulton, he's a pussy, he's a bitch, he's a this, he's a that. And it's like, what are you talking about? You know, he didn't have to take this fight at all. Didn't have to take this fight. He wasn't gonna take this fight. And then he said, you know what? I want that. I want that work. I want this guy. Not only do I want this guy, I'm gonna go to Japan and take it. Right? But people are just so hateful, man. You know? As for Anui, Anui is that dude, period. There's nothing bad you can say about him. Like, he takes all the tough fights. Whatever the tough fight is, he's gonna take it. You know, Anui is he's the real deal. Nobody can take that away from him. So, man, really looking forward to this fight. I felt the need to go live because a I've only done one live stream so far, and it was an awesome conversation. Go back, check it out. We me and my homeboy Brad were talking about the Terrence Crawford and Errol Spence fight, right? Awesome conversation, and shout out to Brad, right? He's over there in Bulldog Boxing. I didn't know. I should have shouted out his channel the other day, but yeah, go ahead and check him out on Bulldog Boxing. We are going to do some more streams, right? But in order to properly prepare for Errol Spence and Crawford, I need to get some more live streams in. Right. This all new to me. You know, this social media and um, well, social media ain't new to me, but YouTube, YouTube is right. So I look forward to it. We're gonna have some fun, right? Um, I did my prediction video yesterday. For those who saw it, I expect a really very tough, gritty fight. I did I did predict Stephen Fulton to win a very razor thin decision, and uh, it's not based off of any. It's not based off of anything trivial, right? Um, for me, it came down to, does he have the style, right? Does he have the style? Now, Inoue came out and said he's never fought a guy like this, right? I mean, actually, Inoue, and I love the candidness. Inoue said he's never fought a black fighter before, right? It's true, right? Um, he's never fought a black fighter, so it's really not about black fighter, white fighter, Hispanic fighter. It's really more about the style, right? So he hasn't fought this style yet. Um, so that's one box that Mr. Fulton can kind of check off. Levels. I rate Inoue at a slightly higher level than I do Fulton, but it's like it's so close that I pretty much put them at the same level, right? Um, I don't think it's a major difference in levels. Um, in fact, Stephen Fulton could possibly have more variety, right? Maybe, who knows? Um, so that's another box. Levels. I feel like Fulton is close enough to Inoue's level where, you know, levels. I don't think levels is what's gonna win the fight either way. But then the kicker for me, the cherry on top for me was the size difference. Like I just feel like Stephen Fulton has the advantages. The only advantage, well, advantage is that Inoue has in this fight, and I'm saying this, and a lot of people are gonna say, "Well, you're a Inoue hater. You're a Inoue hater." I'm not a Inoue hater. Inoue is like my third favorite fighter in the fucking world. In real life, Naoya Inoue is my third favorite fighter in the world. Has been for a few years, right? Ever since the first Donaire fight. Yeah, Donaire's older, you know. I got it. He beat an older guy, but I've liked Inoue for a while. Right? I've rated him for a long time. So there's no hate. People love to bring hate into it. Like, don't project that shit over here, right? This is not a hate channel. Terrence Crawford is, I rate him as the top guy in boxing, right? I have Terrence Crawford rated extremely high, right? Guess what? Guess what? I know it's probably not going to happen now, but if Terrence Crawford were to move up to 154 and fight Jamel Charlo, I would favor Jamel Charlo to win that fight. Does that mean I hate Terrence Crawford? Does it? If, let's say, Keith Thurman was active, right? He didn't take these long layoffs, and Crawford went into a fight with him. I'm not saying I would favor Thurman, but I would have that as a 50-50 fight. Bud Crawford versus an active Keith Thurman, I would rate that as a 50-50 fight. You know why? Because it's not about who I like. See that? It's not about who I like. I don't operate that way. I don't operate how, whoa, who the hell is that? I don't operate like, oh, I like him, so this is how I'm gonna pick. That's not how that's generally just not how I form decisions. I don't work that way. I look at the data, I look at everything, all the information, and I weigh it. I weigh it. right? And wherever it ends on the scale, that's what I have to go with. See how my feelings ain't really involved? I don't know these motherfuckers. Why would my feelings be involved? So yeah, right now I'm just showing some commercials and stuff. Um, don't ask me to show the fight. I'm not gonna. I can't show the fight. If I show the fight, you guys know I would get my tiny channel blown the fuck up, right? I can't play any audio or anything like that. So um, yeah, you just got me. You got me and my commentary, right? Um, it's kind of weird being live, pretty much talking to yourself, right? But this is just, it's therapeutic, it's practice for me, you know? Like, I understand my channel is very small, like, it's fucking, what time is it? It's the crack of dawn right now, you know? It's early, like, and the people that are up, most of them to get, it's Tuesday. It's literally a Tuesday morning live stream, you know? So, um, very interesting. Very interesting. I remember I spoke about this a little bit yesterday, but I actually lived in Japan for a little over a year. This is going back to the late '90s, right? But I actually lived over there, and man, awesome, awesome place to live. Okay, beautiful, beautiful place to live. Um, yeah, Japan is the real deal. Um, and what really kind of grinds my gears is when people speak out of ignorance. You know, I really don't like that. Like, all Asian countries are not the same, believe it or not. You know how fucking stupid that is. Like, is Texas and New York the same? No, right? Two totally different places, two totally different ways of life, right? Philly and New York ain't even the same, right? But you got people speaking out of ignorance calling Inoue a Chinaman. Like, that type of shit, it really boils my piss, man. I hate that. Japan and China couldn't be more different. I mean, even if you go back to antiquity, um, the Japanese are known for their samurais, where and they kind of ruled over. And I'm going way back, right? But they kind of ruled over um, China, and that's what made China create their ninjutsu schools, right? Two totally different disciplines, you know. But I'm not gonna get into that. Like, you guys know I love to talk culture. Like, I feel like a lot of these things bleed into each other. Just looking at the record, Stephen Fulton is 21-0, 8 KOs, not a big knockout guy. And Nui 24-0, 21 stoppages, right? 21 stoppages. Yes, they were at lower weights. Yes, this is Inui's first fight up at super bantamweight. Um, you got to give Inui credit, man. He is looking for the smoke, right? He could have taken the tune up to get acclimated to the weight, right? But he didn't do that. He went right up into this division into a title fight. You know, um, you got to give Inui his credit. Got to give Inui his credit. I would appreciate it, man. You guys, if you pop in, just hit the like button one time. It really helps out the channel. I'm gonna go ahead and commentate this fight. You'll get my unbiased commentary skills. A lot more unbiased than Timothy Bradley, right? And I like Timothy Bradley, man. I like him. He's a legend. I consider Timothy Bradley a legend in the sport. Um, you know, he's extremely accomplished. So I take nothing away from him as a commentator. Sometimes he gets, he can get a little extra sometimes as a commentator. Like, so we'll see. Um, did not like the fact that when they were inspecting the gloves, I mean, do everything we've already been through with the hand wraps, right? We've already been through the hand wrap thing, hand wrap gate, right? And yesterday I saw that when they were inspecting the gloves, Inoue's gloves had been opened. Like, I don't understand why. Why is that? Like, if those gloves, if the package is supposed to be sealed, right? Why wasn't the package sealed? And so you wonder why people have issues with it, or people have these conspiracy theories. Like, you gotta, you basically got one fucking job. If you're an official, your job is to keep those gloves from being tampered with. I don't care what it is. I don't care what the excuse is. Like, you can't have that package open. But it was. But it was. Right? So to me, I mean, when you see stuff like that, you're basically asking for problems. You're asking for people to have a bunch of conspiracy theories. Right? I'm not accusing anybody of doing anything. I'm just saying the package of gloves is supposed to be sealed. It's not supposed to be taped opened and taped back closed. Like, you think he don't see that? Like, what is that? You know? And then you got all these weirdos like, stop crying, like, what do you mean stop crying? What do you mean stop crying? I don't care what your personal issue is with this guy or why you think whatever. Like, the gloves are not supposed to be tampered with. I'm not saying what I'm saying because I hate anybody. I like the guy. I'm tired of fucking qualifying myself for that. I like him, but bruh, it doesn't matter if I like him or not. So these guys are almost set to come on out. Um, Stephen Fulton is the champion, but they are in Japan. I don't know who's coming out first. I don't know who's coming out first. I don't know who. I don't know how this is gonna work. But they got Inoue in the middle of the circle, and it looks like they're doing some sort of ritual and giving him energy, and clapping it up for him. So um, it's almost fight time. Almost fight time. Man, it's messed up. It just kind of hit home that ESPN got rid of Andre Ward. And I see the crew here, but I don't see Andre Ward up there. They got Timothy Bradley, um, and no Ward. So, eh, shout out to Andre Ward, right? I'm sure he'll be just fine. Andre Ward was the real deal. I'm keeping my voice down because let me see what time it is. Hang on. Yeah, it's not even 8 o'clock yet. Um, Kids are still asleep, so I'm gonna let them do that. Right? I'm gonna let them do that. Um, while we're waiting for this, I'll throw this out there. I don't care how close this fight is, right? I don't care who wins. It won't be because someone got robbed, right? It won't be because someone got robbed. Like Japanese culture is different. You know, it's a different culture, and I know it's gonna sound crazy, whatever, but it's not. It's just not. They don't run off the same things that we run off. Like greed is not a big thing over there. You know, greed and like I won't say corruption isn't because they got the yakuzas and stuff. Like they got, it's just different. There's an honor system. There's more of an honor system there. Um, if anything, you may see in a close fight, you may see them give it to the other fighter. They're very nice. Generally, very nice. Very, very, very nice. Very I won't say timid. Timid ain't the right word. Like they're generally just um what's the word? Very mild mannered people. You know, if it's a close fight, they're the type to give it to the opponent, right? That's just how it's not China. Right? It's not China. But I see a lot, and the reason why I'm saying that is because I see a lot of people saying, "Ooh, Stephen Fulton, he got to get a knockout." No, he doesn't. He doesn't need to get a knockout. If Stephen Fulton wins this fight, and it's obvious, he's gonna get the decision. You know, he's gonna get this decision. On the flip side, I never see these guys that make these arguments, these straw man arguments like that. I never really see them making those types of arguments when foreigners come here to fight, right? They never have this. It's like the goalpost moves, you know. And there's plenty more fights. There's been plenty more robberies here than there's been over there. Not even close. So I don't know. Sometimes people just can't get over their own bullshit, you know. Uh, I want to give a shout out to a few boxing channels that I watch. That I really respect. It really doesn't matter if they reciprocate or not. That's not why I'm doing it. I'm the type to give people their flowers, right? Um, True Media Today, USA Boxing, Coach Malachi's channel, awesome channel. And I'm saying this to like, there's no man or woman on the planet that I agree with wholeheartedly across the board. Like, I love my father to death, right? But I don't agree with everything he says. You know, I don't agree with everything my mom says. Like, we're all individuals. You know what I mean? Now, those are my parents. So most of the stuff they have told me, I do agree with, right? But come on, it's not fair to have the criteria be I agree with everything somebody says or does. So back to my point. Shout out to Coach Malachi. Shout out to um, shout out to Blood Boxing. Shout out to CJ over there at Goodfellas Sports TV. Shout out to Martin King Boxing. Um, Shout out to Boxing Wave. Uh, Shout out to Counterpunch Boxing. Right, bunch of channels that I've been watching way before I had a YouTube channel. That I've been going to for my news. You know, news like can't really sit and watch you know research boxing news all day, but shout out to those guys, right? I'm sure there's some other boxing channels that I might be. Oh, shout out to Bruce motherfucking Vane, right? And now you got Jimmy Lennon Jr. in there announcing the fighters. So it's almost fight time. almost that time. And it sounds look like they're Inoue is coming out first. Okay, Inoue is the house fighter. He's coming out first because he's the challenger. All right. It looks like he's got a major league light show popping off. Inoue coming with the bells and whistles with the ring walk. I almost I almost want to turn it up just so I can hear what he's playing. I want to hear the song he's playing. Hang on, let me see something. Listen, how can I do this? How can I do this? All right, so it's just a generic song for now. We'll see. But yeah, they got like a little montage of him bodying all these guys. Looks pretty serious, intense, as you would imagine, right? Um, Something that I notice about all these guys, these pound for pound guys, these guys that move up in weights, Naoya Nui, Manny Pacquiao, Floyd Mayweather, Terrence Crawford, these guys that move up across with Canelo, Alvarez, it's always the lower body, huge calves, right? Um, that's something I've noticed with guys that move up and collect belts in multiple weight classes. It's always their lower body um, that's built up, right? Like if you look at Inoue up top, he looks kind of smallish, right? I mean, he's cut, but he looks kind of small. But like that motherfucker's legs are pretty big, right? For a little guy, right? Japanese fans, they're just there to watch the fight. You don't see all that. Whoa, they don't do all that. You know, they are there to watch the fight. They're gonna cheer when it's time to cheer, and but they're not fanatics. You know, they're just very cool people, man. Very cool. Even here, like, look, spot a Japanese person. I mean, a Japanese person, not just any Asian, but someone who's Japanese. Even the way they dress, very cool, right? Very cool people. And now they are announcing Cool Boy Steph, and the crowd cheers for him, right? Like I said, just very cool people. Like you don't see anybody saying "ooh boo." They're just not like that. They're not petty, right? They're not gonna cheer for him like they cheer for Inoue. They shouldn't. Why would they, right? But very respectful, very respectful people. Um, yeah, it's awesome over there, man. It just is. So we got Cool Boy Steph, man. We'll see. We'll see how. One thing I'll give Stephen Fulton, man. He seems very loose. He seems very confident in what he can do. I don't know what he's seen, what he's seen in Inoue or hadn't seen, but he seems to have no doubt, right? He seems to have no doubt in his mind about this fight. So, hey, it's showtime now. You know, time for talk is over. He's on his way into the ring, and we're gonna have a fight. this is for me is a little weird because usually, honestly, I usually score fights, right? I usually score fights. I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you. There's gonna be no way I can score this fight while I'm commentating and doing the live stream, right? It's not possible. I have to go back and watch it. So this will be a little out of the ordinary for me, but we'll see. You know, we'll see. Playing the anthem. Um, Speaking of the anthem, um, something that I see from how do I say this? Certain fan bases, right? Certain fan bases. Um, you can't play American when it's convenient for you, right? What do I mean by that? Like, you got these fan bases that you never hear them big up America. You never hear them with anything good to say about America. When they do talk about America, it's they're kneeling, right? Kneeling during the anthem, and uh, they're talking about how racist the country is and white supremacy, and they talk about all this negative shit. They never have anything good to say about this country, right? Um, One of the only countries where you do have like still have some semblance of freedom of speech, right? But you never hear them give props to America, right? But then when you're hopping on a plane and you're going overseas, now you want to be American. I'm American, American. It don't work like that, man. That's why a lot of people ain't behind you. You know, like you gotta, you can't just use things to your for your convenience. Not that, right? I mean, you can do whatever you want, but don't do that and then act like you know somebody's stabbing you in the back. You know, like these other guys. Like, there's not a time where you'll see a Inoue, these other fighters shit on their countries. You know, they don't. They just don't do it. Look, you can be as patriotic or anti-America as you want. I'm just saying, like, you have to take what comes along with that. You got to take what comes along with that. You know, you got to take what, like, for instance, Muhammad Ali stood on what he believed, right? And frankly, at that time, yeah, I mean, I agree. I could see his point. You know, so when he carried himself that way, you never heard him bitching and crying about people not supporting him. He was okay with it, right? He was okay with it. And then you had other fighters who people love. Sugar Ray Leonard, right? He was loved. And in my opinion, I believe Sugar Ray Leonard was loved for mostly the right reasons, right? Very charismatic guy. You know, people love Mike Tyson too. I don't think they love him for healthy reasons, though. Personally, I don't. I don't think Mike Tyson was loved for the right reasons. You know, None of that matters now. It's almost fight time. Both guys in the ring. Let me see if I can. Hang on 1 second, guys. I'm gonna hang on 1 second. All right. This is for the WBC, WBO titles that Stephen Fulton holds. These guys are ready to go. Both guys, Stephen Fulton. I mean, he just moved up. He just moved up to super bantam, so I wouldn't expect him to be drained. Um, Clearly the bigger guy, um, and we'll see how Inoue's power translates up at this weight, right? I already hear people talking about Inoue. He can go up to 130. Listen, man. Listen. Y'all gotta chill out, bro. Y'all gotta chill out. Like, let's see him. Let's see how he deals with this fight. Okay. It's like this microwave society, man. Like, people are already trying to get this guy up at 130. Like he's at it. He hadn't even been. This is his first fight at 122. He hasn't been to 126 yet. But you chill out. It's like there will never be another Manny Pacquiao. You realize that, right? There will never be another Manny Pacquiao. All right, so they announced Fulton first in the ring, and now they're announcing Naoya Inoue. See, Inoue and his dad. His dad's his trainer. Isn't it funny how Naoya Inoue's dad doesn't? He's not all over the place, all in the camera, right? Dancing in the videos, right? And in the middle of the ring, very uneventful. Both guys were looking pretty much bored, ready to start punching. And here we go. Here we go. And there it is. There's the bell. Both guys in the center of the ring. Steph Fulton takes the first step backwards. Inoue takes a step forward. Both guys are pretty much posturing with the upper body movement. Fulton jabs up top. Inoue jabs to the body. Feint by Inoue. Another jab to the body by Inoue. Inoue jab by Fulton. They're just pretty much probing now. Fulton looks a little tight. He looks a little tight. He looks a little tight right now. Another jab by Fulton. He's throwing some feints. Inoue's got that lead hand down. Inoue is pawing with the jab. Fulton goes down bottom with a jab. See, Inoue trying to set a trap. He's throwing that lead hand out there, trying to get a reaction. Inoue missed badly with a jab to the body, and he gets in with a good jab on Fulton, followed by a right hand that was blocked. Inoue with another stiff jab. Fulton throws a jab. Ooh, a big shot taken by Inoue, blocked by Fulton. Another jab. Inoue didn't have his feet right, and that was something that Fulton could have taken advantage of. And by the time he saw it was too late, but Fulton looks a little tight right now. They get nasty on the inside. Both guys slugging it out on the inside. And Inoue is fighting with some. He's fighting with some spite, right? He's fighting with a little spite right now. Another jab missed by Inoue. Jab to the body, blocked. Fulton throws a jab, not even close. Inoue gets in with a good jab. He's got Fulton against the ropes, swing, a wild swing and a miss by Inoue. Fulton wraps him up and then back in the middle of the ring. Good jab by Inoue. Inoue's doing pretty good with the jab, but then he's missing badly with that right hand. Fulton needs to settle down, get his legs up under him. He needs to settle down a little bit. All right, so Inoue just got a soft warning by the judge for getting him in a headlock and throwing. Inoue is fighting very rough in the clinch. Inoue is fighting very rough. Another soft warning by the referee to Inoue. Stuff that he's doing on the inside, punching behind the head. I got to give that first round to Inoue just based off of the. He got in about 3 good jabs. Didn't really see Fulton land anything real, right? I got the first round going to Inoue. Good jab. Good jab by. That was a nice stiff jab by Inoue. Fulton needs to settle down. You can see he doesn't want to get caught with anything, big early. He don't want that, but you just gotta settle down in there. The guy's gonna hit you. He's gonna catch you with something. Like you just gotta trust that you can that you see it. The main thing is that you see what he's doing. Right? Both guys throwing jabs out. Inoue with another quick jab. Oh, and a good right hand by Inoue that landed. And another one that lands on Fulton. Fulton is smiling, but he don't want to take too many of those shots. Fulton's feet, he looks a little wild, man. He needs to settle down. He did get hit with a good right hand. And Inoue is very settled. He's very comfortable. Now you see Fulton on his bike. Fulton is on his bike. I don't think he liked that shot. This is not a fight that Fulton is going to be able to. He's going to have to get this guy's respect. Oh, and he's going to have to get this guy's respect. You're going to have to make him respect you. I think Fulton right now is fighting at the wrong distance. You either got to be outside or inside. You see Inoue taunting him. He's shaking his head no. And Fulton didn't like that. So Inoue is showing off, bro. Inoue is taunting this guy. So let's see. Let's see what happens here. Inoue, both guys are toe to toe. Fulton's gonna have to get some respect in this fight. You see, they're stepping on each other's foot right now, but which really shouldn't be the case because you got 2 orthodox fighters, but um, you know, trying to get that lead foot advantage. Things happen. Inoue, what I see is Inoue has a substantial speed advantage, right? Fulton, um, he's a little jittery. Another big shot. Big shots taken by Inoue, both of them blocked. But sometimes with those block shots, they still have an effect because you feel the power. Even though you blocked it, you still feel it, and you don't want that shit to land, right? So let's see. Fulton comes in with a jab and a right hand, miss. Fulton again missing. Fulton's gonna have to settle down into this fight, right? They try to jab with each other, both miss. Inoue missed a big right hand. Fulton on his bike. Fulton goes into the clinch. Referee breaks it up. And that's the end of the round. I gotta give Inoue that round as well, because of the work that he did early in the round. I think that big right hand. I mean, really wasn't a whole lot that happened, but he did land that big right hand, and Fulton just looks a little jittery. He looks a little jittery in there, right? His legs look a little like he's a little tight. And now I hear the tyrants getting up. The little tyrants are getting up. Right? So we're going into the third round. Come on, baby. Hey, I'm on the live, okay? Stay over here. Matter of fact, come here. Come around here and give me a hug. How are you? It's like good. Good morning, baby. All right, so third round, both guys are toe to toe. Stephen Fulton is stepping on this guy's foot. I see him doing it. He's really doing that. He's doing it on purpose. I see him. Good right hand by Inoue. He didn't put a lot of stink on it, but he put something on it. Right. I'll make y'all some breakfast in a little while. Inoue came over the top with a left hook. It caught. Oh, and another one that caught Fulton on the temple. But Fulton's right there. Didn't look phased. Stephen Fulton looks like he's trying to get closer to that pocket. Looks like he's trying to get into the pocket with Inoue. Looks like he's trying to inch a little bit closer. You see Inoue, he has that phone up to his ear constantly. I've been seeing him do that ever since that Donaire fight. Right? He's been holding the phone ever since the Donaire fight. And Inoue just threw something hard that was blocked. You see Fulton settling down a little bit. He's throwing. Nice jab by Fulton. Got in with that one. Nice jab. Guys are jabbing with each other. Jab to the body by Inoue. Was blocked. Jab up top was blocked. He jabbed again, and Fulton was able to pull off that pull counter. Didn't have a lot on it, but he did score. Inoue with another quick jab. Both guys are starting to settle down into the action now. Fulton, the guys were tussling on the inside. Fulton shaking his head like, nah, that ain't it. Inoue with another big miss. You gotta watch with those big misses. They're gonna start. They can start to wear you out. When you start swinging and missing like that, big shots. Inoue punched. He went downstairs. Was blocked. Inoue with a 1-2 up top was blocked. Fulton with the high guard. You see Inoue trying to get around that guard, but hasn't been successful as of yet. We'll see. Inoue threw that nasty uppercut. Did not. It didn't score. Uh, that round was close. I guess for its and giggles, I'm gonna go ahead and yeah, he landed that. He landed that right hook. Um, I could give that to Fulton, but it could very easily go to Inoue. You know, that round could very easily go to Inoue. Inoue with a nice right hand to the body. I don't know. It it could be Inoue 3-0, or it could be Inoue 2-1, right? It could very well be 3-0 Inoue right now. I will say this though, that was the best Fulton round so far. You know, we'll see. Both guys in the center of the ring, beginning the fourth round. Fulton a little bit more active now. A little bit more. You see him looking a little bit more twitchy than he was. Looks like he settled into the fight. Big right hand by Inoue, miss. Inoue and Inoue just got caught with a left hook, right? And Fulton's he's boxing him on the inside. He's not. He doesn't stop punching until the referee stops him. Right. One thing Fulton is doing, he's dropping down to Inoue's level. He's not fighting tall right now. Um, oh, and then Fulton just came in with a right hand. I'm not sure if that was maybe he glanced him, maybe. But nice 1-2 by Inoue. Miss. Inoue's throwing big shots, but missing and getting parried. Fulton still right there. Both guys in the center of the ring. Fulton with a nice double jab. Inoue returns with a stab to the body. Two stabs to the body. Inoue, I mean, he hasn't been able to crack. All right, so now Fulton, now he's taunting. Now they're both talking, right? These guys do not like. The right hand was there for Fulton and he missed. It was wide open and he missed the right hand. Both guys, so they are throwing shots. Brother still asleep. Okay. Inoue just threw a three-punch combination. Everything missed. Nice stick with the jab. He caught Stephen Fulton with a nice jab coming in. Stephen Fulton with a jab. Stephen Fulton, I don't know, the hand speed. It doesn't look like the hand speed is there, you know? Like it's punch. I don't know. There's a nice punch to the body. Right hand to the body by Fulton. And Inoue with a left hook, lunging left hook that was blocked. Nice jab by Fulton. You see Fulton using his legs very well. And that's the end of the fourth round. I have no idea who to give that round to. No idea. Yeah, the last two rounds could really go either way. All right, so they're showing the shots that Inoue did land. He got in that time with a pretty decent left hand. He was able to blind, right hand. He was able to blind Fulton with the jab and then come right behind it with the right hand. On the screen, they have it 4-0 Fulton. 4-0 Inoue. I can't argue against that. I would say, yeah, it's either 4-0 or 3-1 Inoue ahead. Um, Fulton really hasn't his offense really hasn't been there so far. He's gonna have to if you fall behind like this, like he's not even a knockout artist. So like if he falls too far behind, then I mean there's gonna and a nice jab by Inoue, and it Fulton got it. Fulton was able to land a jab in return. Inoue, he's throwing hard, but he's not landing. He threw a nice three punch combination that ended off with an uppercut, but it missed. Everything missed. Uh-oh. Inoue is opening up, but Fulton is still there. All right. He's opening up. Fulton's gonna have to counterpunch with this guy. There, oh, and Fulton just landed something flush on Inoue while he was moving straight back. That could have been disastrous for Inoue. Like he caught Inoue going straight back and landed, but Inoue was able to take it and return fire. Inoue's punches, they're very hard, and Fulton is reacting to him. He's blocking a lot of them, but it's just I don't know. You can see that these shots are thudding shots. You know, both guys in the center of the ring. He still hasn't cracked them though. Neither guy has been cracked. Neither guy is bloody. Neither guy is lumped up. Fulton just threw something big and missed over the top. Fulton's gonna have to make this fight nasty on the inside. He's gonna have to get inside and stay there. You know. Fulton stuck a nice jab there. Fulton's almost in the corner. He was able to kind of swivel out of it, step over. And he just threw that right hand, partially blocked. Nice two punch combination by Fulton. Looks like the jab landed, the right hand missed. The right hand blocked. Fulton's gonna have to get some offense going. I mean, unless the goal is just to survive this fight. Like, if he wants to win this fight, he's gonna have to generate some offense because so far he hasn't done that. Right, and we know that Inoue can be hit. We've seen him get hit plenty of times. Like, but you gotta want to do it. You know, and yeah, you're gonna have to go through some fire to do it. The ropes are a danger zone for Fulton, but he's been able to escape so far. There's another round in the bank. All right, so it looks like Fulton has a little blood coming from his nose. You could give that round to Inoue. You could possibly give it to Fulton, maybe. Let's see. I see these clips after the round. I don't really pay attention to them because I know how they cherry pick shots. Right now, granted, there's yeah, that nice. Fulton did catch. You know what? That would probably be the round that we give to Fulton because he landed the most substantial shot. Right, he caught Inoue coming straight back and caught him with two punch combination, and really that third punch landed as well. It just Inoue was slightly out of range, but that's the type of stuff Inoue needs to watch out for. You cannot get caught straight back with your hands down. You know. Um, Fulton is not really fighting like the bigger guy. Fulton is maybe giving a little bit too much respect, right? Right now, Fulton is on his front foot, right? He's got Inoue almost backed up to the ropes. Inoue was able to get out of there, and now they're both in the center of the ring. Inoue just barely missed with that right hand. Stephen Fulton, both guys in the center of the ring. Inoue throws a jab, misses. Jab by Fulton. block. 2-punch combination by Inoue. Missed. Nice jab by Fulton. Got it in there. Leaping left hook by Inoue. Partially blocked. Fulton still on his front foot. Fulton just and he was able to get in with a left hand. Um, Fulton was able to get in with a left. Let's see. Both guys center the ring. Both guys. Oh, and Inoue caught him with a good hook slash. It was like one of those jab hooks, and he caught him flush with it. And it looks like Fulton's trying to get his get back right now for that. 2 jabs landed by Fulton. Inoue just threw another hard right hand that missed. Fulton hooks to the body. Oh, and a nice hook by Fulton again. And now Inoue, he felt that because he immediately started going after him, and he was able to land with a right hand. Inoue's throwing hard shots. He's throwing everything hard. Fulton sticking with the jab though. Inoue with the 1-2. Another wild right hand by Inoue, missed. Fulton throws a right hand, got it around the guard. Nice jab by Fulton. Wild looping right hand by Fulton. And now they're slugging it. Now they're slugging it up. All right, Fulton with another right hand. Inoue with a punch behind the head. And as the bell sounds, I'm gonna have to give that round. That's the one round that you can clearly give to Stephen Fulton, right? I mean, he might have got another round in there somewhere if they wanted to give him one, but like that round, that's the one round that you could say, all right, Fulton probably won that round, even though Inoue was able to land some decent shots. I just don't like how ESPN they only. I get it. I mean, they got to show their guy. They're not gonna. Why would they promote Stephen Fulton? He's not an ESPN fighter, right? But yeah. So far, I gave Fulton 2 rounds tops, right? We're going into the 7th round though, so and Fulton is not a knockout guy, right? So he's gonna have to turn this fight around, and you can't turn it around by doing the same thing. Back in the Marines, we used to call it bold sight adjustments, right? Bold sight adjustments. You can't just make slight sight adjustments. You gotta change up things if you want to win. If you want to survive, keep doing what you're doing. But if you want to win this fight, he's gonna have to get in closer and make this a short range, rough and tumble fight. You're the bigger guy. You got to fight like it. So we're in the 7th round. Both guys in the center ring. Inoue moved straight back again, and Fulton couldn't take advantage of it. He did try, but he just couldn't land. He threw a 1-2. Fulton with another jab. Fulton with the feint. Inoue, wild right hand to the body, missed. Another jab by Inoue, missed. And Fulton, another thing that I see, he's not making them miss and making them pay. He's like making them miss and getting out of the way, like bars. But you can't do that. Inoue with a 1-2. Fulton got that lead hand down, trying to use this. Oh, and a nice hook by Fulton. He caught Inoue on the temple. And Inoue, you could tell when he gets caught because he tries to he comes right back for the get back. Good shot by Inoue, by Fulton. But Fulton, he doesn't necessarily have dynamite in his hands, you know. He doesn't. Nice jab by Fulton. The crowd is getting into it. See, this is what I'm saying. Like, Inoue had him up against the ropes, couldn't take advantage. Fulton on his bike a little bit, stepped over. Nice right hand over the top by Fulton. Inoue throwing that hook to the body. Stephen Fulton up against the ropes. Inoue stalking him. Throw a big looping right hand. Block. Wild left hand. Wild left. Inoue's throwing a lot of wild shots and then not really hitting. But it makes it look like he's the more active guy. I mean, he is the more active guy. He's in control of the fight so far, but we'll see. Fulton over there in the corner. Oh, and he just got hit with a good uppercut by Inoue, but he took it. He took it well. Stephen Fulton smiling. Just they both guys landed jabs at the same time. End of the seventh round. Um, a lot of these rounds are close. See, the thing about it, about scoring these fights, like you can dominate the fight even though every round is close, right? All you have to do is barely win the rounds. That's how a lot of these rounds have been. Like he's done just enough to win these rounds, and by the end of the fight, it's like you win by like 7 or 8 points, and it makes it seem like you blew the guy out. But that was a punch below the belt there by Inoue. Another stab to the body. Uh, Fulton missed with the counter. Fulton just looks a tad bit slower than Inoue. He can't. Seems like he's having trouble catching up to Inoue. His speed. At some point, you're gonna have to. If you want to keep your belts, you're gonna have to start fighting, right? You're gonna have to fight if you want to keep your belts. This is round 8. Inoue with a leaping jab. Fulton was able to maneuver out of the way. I haven't seen Fulton throw one check hook. I haven't seen a check hook in this fight. I've seen plenty of opportunities for it. Fulton shaking his head. Yeah, he wants Inoue to do that again. Right. And Fulton goes down. Big shot by Inoue. Fulton down and hurt. He's hurt, and that was a good shot. He's in trouble. He's holding. Inoue is unloading. Fulton has no legs. He's gonna have to hold. He's gonna have to get out of that corner. Inoue is going for it. Oh, another big shot by Inoue. It's over. And the fight is over. Monster Inoue is the real deal, right? Yeah. Fulton looks really, really, really disappointed, but honestly, I mean, he didn't have a winning strategy in this fight, right? He was losing most of the rounds, and like it was just a matter of time. Looked like, and Inoue was able to catch him. He caught him with a good 2-punch combination. Both punches landed flush. He was just missing it all night. It's nighttime there, right? Yeah, it's nighttime there. They're in Japan right now. Yeah, they're like 13 hours ahead of us. Yeah, interesting, right? So there it is. Fights over Inoue. 25-0. What's that? 22 knockouts. Right. Shout out to Stephen Fulton. Just didn't have it tonight. I don't know if he had it or not, but this guy, he wasn't. They're not on the same level. They're not on the same level. Shout out to Intmon's loyal servant. What up, bro? I appreciate you. I appreciate you tuning in. I know it's early morning and everything. Yeah, man. I was pulling for Fulton, right? I was pulling for Fulton, but I mean, like I said, Inoue is. Ooh, he threw a monstrous shot. You saw that, baby? Oh, yeah, it was over. Once he got there, it was over. Like he overwhelmed him with the power. Inoue, man, his punch placement is top notch, right? Top notch. So that's it. See Fulton walking around the ring. It's good that he's okay, you know. Um, yeah, yeah. So just like that, Inoue has two more belts, right? How many divisions is that? Is this his third or fourth division, right? Inoue is I don't want to hear no conspiracy theories, okay? Like if you watch this fight, you saw who was the better fighter. I picked Fulton to win. Fulton lost, right? I picked Fulton to win, and he didn't. He lost, right? Life goes on. You know, I'm not gonna sit here and drum up some conspiracy theory on why he lost. He lost because he got punched with two big shots, right? You can't let this guy hit you like that, period. So hopefully we see some good sportsmanship. Hopefully, you know, I know it's never good to be accused of cheating. I know that, right? So, um, I don't know. We'll see. Yeah. So we'll see what's next for Inoue. I mean, the way Inoue moves in the sport, he's probably going to go right into another unification, right? He's probably just going to try to get get the other two belts. You know, um, he's a problem. You know, he's a problem. He's stacking up some accomplishments uh in a very short amount of time. This guy's the real deal. Like, please don't come with the hate. You know, the guy's good. Period. He's good. All right, just give him his credit, and I mean, give both fighters their credit. As for Stephen Fulton, he's not on the level with he's not on the level with this guy. You know, the speed, he just couldn't get any offense going. You know, so um, I think I'm gonna stop it there. I gotta make these kids some breakfast. You know, so let's go ahead and stop it there. But I will be coming. Oh my goodness, that right hand, right on his jaw. Oh, and then he come with a left hook right behind it. I gotta see it again. Stab to the body, bow, and he set that up so wonderful. He stabbed to the body and then came right behind it with the right hand up top, and then the left hook behind it. Like, you can't do it no better than that. Actually, when I was working out yesterday, I was like shadow, but I did that. Like, stab to the body right up top with the right hand. Like, it's hard to prepare for that. He set him up for that beautifully. And that was the beginning, and referee just stepped in. Yeah, we're gonna end it now. I will be doing a fight reaction video, you know, a little bit later. But shout out to Monster Inoue, man. Shout out to him. Shout out to both fighters. And if you like the video, hey, do me a favor, hit the like button. right? Maybe hit the like button, right? Hit the like button. I appreciate it. But yeah, let's go.